Again, but Steve Vape in UK. Decided to do 2 videos today just because I just wanted to put a couple up really. And I wanted to talk about this guy. This is the Vaporflask Stout. It's been out for a fair amount of time. I'm fully aware of that. This was part of a free. There was 3 mods that come out at the same time. There was the classic, the light, and the stout. The light was a single 18650 battery. The stout was a single 26650, and the classic was a big old dual 18650 device. Now this is the one that I went for, so I got this about 2 months ago now, so I've had a fair amount of time with it. I loved it. I love it. It's just, it fits so well in the hand. It's nice and ergonomic. The button, nice and clicky on the front. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it down to my little table. We're going to have a look at it, and we're going to see what we think. Okay, so let's get all nice and have a look at the stout. So it comes in the quite really nice packaging really that it comes in. But, you know, what you get in here is the usual sort of stuff. You obviously get your mod, you get instructions, you get a USB cable. This is firmware upgradable, which is fantastic. And you also get one of these. Now what this is for, this takes one 26650 battery, which is here. But if you have a, like me, you have a lot of 18650 batteries. This is just a Samsung battery. You can put this like this, and you can load it in, and it will just, you'll be able to use an 18650. I've never really had the need to use this, but if you're caught short and you've got a single 18650 battery charged and you want to use this, then well, there you go. That's what you can do. So really nice little design and finish. You've got the Vapeforward logo at the top, you've got some venting on the bottom. On the front you've got the USB in there, which is for charging, and it is for firmware upgrading. Buttons are nice and clicky, they're very raised as well, so you can get a good fire on there. Spring loaded 510 pin on the top, and with a little bit of a bottom airflow on there for those sort of tanks. So if you now want to put a battery in, you just pop that to the side, and then you get your 26650 battery and you put it in positive side up. In it goes. I always give that a little push and just click it closed. And as you can see, sometimes if you don't get a good connection, this will kind of do that. And all you need to do, what I find, is when you put it in, just give it a push, and then when it gets to the last minute, just knock it in like that. And there we go. And now we're booted up. Now we'll just turn this off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll turn this off, and it says Vapeforward, which is nice. Now, when it's off, if you hold both of these buttons together for a period of time, you'll flip the screen, press them all again, and you flip the screen back. And that is it. If you hold the fire button and the plus button together, and then hold and wait, you'll then get into your TCR settings, and that is how you adjust your TCR settings. So let's just get rid of that. And if you hold the bottom minus button and the fire button together for a period of time, in the end it will tell you your battery, which is quite cool, and you can just press that off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brings you into the menu. Now this has just been upgraded, so 1, 2, 3, 4 will then turn you into the menu. So this does, as you can see, you've got wattage mode, which is wattage mode, bypass, which you're using this like a normal kind of a mech mod, temperature for nickel, temperature for titanium, stainless steel, and then your memory TCR settings, and then back to wattage again. So if we put it onto wattage, it will say no atomizer because there isn't an atomizer setting. Now this will go up to 100 watts. It works in power from 0.1 ohms to 3.5 ohms. And in temperature control, it will do 0.05 ohms to 1 ohm in temperature control. And it will do 100 C to 315 C. Dimensions are 30mm wide from its widest point, 85.3mm tall, and 46.5mm deep. So it's a nice, it fits very well in the hand. I find it's really ergonomic actually for that. So anyway, bringing back to the menu, if you press these 2 buttons together, and wait, it will then lock the device. You will be able to fire said device, but you will not be able to change anything. And to do that, you just double press them again, and it unlocks the device. In wattage, you just go up and down, like so. If you press the fire button and this together, you'll then turn your stealth on, so you can still fire said device, but you will not see anything, which is cool. So then take that off. Now, if we go into temperature control and we put an atomizer on, and then go through the selection screen to, it doesn't really matter, we'll go to titanium. If you press the minus button and the power button together and keep an eye on the resistance, it will then lock your resistance. And again, press them down together and it will unlock your resistance. Now, this is not a temperature control tank, so we will not be using this. And as you can see, it's pretty cool. You can go up and it goes up to the maximum C and then drops that down to Fahrenheit. To go to Fahrenheit, press it again, you start back to Celsius again. Really cool, really good little design. To then go to wattage, as I've just done, you can go 1, 2, 3, nice and quick, and you can then adjust your wattage whilst in temperature control mode. 1, 2, 3, then brings you back there. And if you fire it, it takes you back to there. It's a really good little device. I mean, like I said, it really does fit very nicely in the hand. It's not the, it's quite a hefty mod. Chipset, I believe, is the Joytech chipset. So, you know, all pretty good. So that's what it is. That's all it down to here. I don't think I've missed anything out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to whack something on the top of that, and we are going to have a vape. So there we go. That was it down at my little table. Now, this feels like a nice mod. It feels well made. It just fits so well in the hand. And yes, it is a big mod because it's got that single 26650 battery in there. But you get a lot of battery power out of this, in my opinion. I've been vaping this most days. I've taken it to work and it's gone me a whole full day. You can charge it on the move, which is absolutely fantastic. But in my opinion, it's a great little vape. So at the moment, without further ado, I've got this on the, this is the Flex Tank from Totally Wicked. Totally Wicked like to change the name of things. This is the Wismec Amor Plus. I've got this on the Campfold coil. This is on a 0.3 ohm coil, 50 watts, nothing massive. Let's vape it. I mean, you know, the tank is going to do most of the work, obviously, but it is a really good little device. Goes up to 100 watts. And it's just fantastic. I mean, if you ramp this up to the 400 watts, well, you're going to burn through battery pretty quick. I've been vaping at a steady 50 watts all day today. I've charged this fully when I left this morning. It is now, I'm home from work. And I don't know if you can see that, but there's still a little bit of battery left. This hasn't been charged. This is the same battery. And I've been in the car most of the day. So it's just a good little device. It does come at a little bit of a cost. So I bought mine, I think with the battery included, was £70, 74-ish pounds. I'm going to drop it in the description. Now this might be a little bit for people, but what I would say is you're paying for a really nice product. Now Vaporflasks, the actual Vaporflasks are probably out of my vape budget and reach, should we say. Out of my vape budget, I blow through my vape budget nearly every month because there's always something I want to buy. This just, it really did work. I can fire it like that. I can fire it. I find myself most of the time holding it like that. Now, that would mean for me, I normally then lock the buttons by holding them twice, and you lock the buttons. All of the functions that I need, like I reviewed the Kangatech, and some of the functions that were there were just in the main screen for no real reason, in my opinion. Everything that you need on this screen is there straight away. Firmware upgradable, so I have pretty recently upgraded the firmware on this. This is as it should be. It's fantastic. I'm vaping the Governor liquid from Totally Wicked. It is good. It is really good. I'm trying my hardest at the moment to make my own kind of spin-off of it. Not going well, but it's a really good vape. And that's what I've got. So I've done two today. One I've done earlier, which these should come up about the same time, hopefully. But thanks very much for watching. As I've always saying, I'm learning every day that I'm doing this, so hopefully if you notice anything that you think I can do different, let me know. I'm trying my best with what I've got. I don't have the best setup, but I'm trying my best. So everything's appreciated. Follow, like, do whatever you like to do. But the main thing is, just keep doing what we do.